rhomboid table, not round or square or triangle. We come to hang and chat the game on Fridays that we're able. We play well here in Camelot, we are chums and fun, but Camelot. We're nice to rhomboid table, our host is formidable. He runs his train, loves insane, but sure he's quite unstable. He's hobby mad in Camelot, but seems never to have done a lot. Label, quite incomprehensible. Blue wrenching and we have no plan but to sit and hear Dutch babble. It's a lazy time in Camelot.
I have to shake my bum a lot.
This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
And see it, you'll love it, and it's all done in the best possible way.
Hey everybody, happy Friday. Welcome into the feast hall, all ye knights of the rhomboid table, my fellow compatriots in the insane world of model railways and my special little corner of it. I hope you're doing well. Obviously, if you've watched my last 2 videos, I have not been well. Something hit me last Sunday and just knocked me into bed pretty much through Tuesday night into Wednesday, which was kind of sucky because I had finally resolved to go work on those platforms on the Bremen side, which I did some work early Sunday before I realized I wasn't feeling good, and then did some work on them Wednesday and posted a video yesterday, and then I finished the work last night after my grandson left. I felt okay enough to watch my grandson, and my daughter picked him up. I only wound up watching him for like 3.5 hours instead of the usual 5 or so I watch him. So it was, and he was really good. He was not pushing Opa to entertain him hard. He kind of understood Opa was not feeling well. So anyhow, welcome in. Let's go through the roll call of the knights who at least are on my list. To all of you in the background, to all of you who watch on post or repost after the fact, can't watch live. I want to thank you people. There's no reason why you would have to watch a live stream you missed, so that you do tune in and watch later. And we get at least 100 plus views after the fact, which I just find amazing. Sometimes we get 200 views after the fact. So thank you to all of you, those who can be here and those who can't be here but come later, and all of you who hang and hide in the background. Thank you all. All right, so anyhow, we've got Sir Lee of Anfield Road is here, Sir Con of Wykes, Sir Christopher of Continental, and boy, we're going to talk about you in a minute. And Sir Greg from Great Northern 70, Sir Andy the Hot Dog Pilot, Sir Ian aus de Nederlanden, Sir Ivo van Zon, Sir Jean of Ricard, Sir John Benicki, Sir Andy of March West Junction, Sir Mick the Royal Barkeep has got specials going on at the bar today. Sir Greg from Midsummer Railway N Scale is here. Hello. I tuned in to your 2-minute live stream yesterday. Sorry about that. Sir Dino of Model Railway Shed. Sir Clive of Newland Railway is here. Sir Dirk of Southern Cross Railway System. Sir Tom of Couples is here. Our new Sergeant at Arms. And Sir Chris of the Valleys. We're hoping our CEO makes it in soon. But we're always here. I saw Leslie Gilpin posted a video today from someplace else. He went on a short family trip down to about as south and west as you can go in the UK. He got some great shots there of trains running by the side of the ocean down there. That was very cool, near Penzance. So yeah, I put up a couple of videos, so I guess I don't have to go too deep into detail. But yeah, I had a fever for a couple of days, and you know, a lot of people thank you for all your well wishes. I appreciate that. There's so many other people suffering with, you know, things that don't get better in a couple of days. I hate to mention it, or you know, I certainly don't want a pity party like, oh, I'm sick, everybody feels sorry for me. I mean, Joyce takes care of that, and she's one hell of a nurse, and the outfit's even better. No, sorry, honey, I know you're listening in. No, actually, you're not, so I can get away with saying that because she's still teaching for another 5 minutes. But anyhow, it's just, yeah, it knocks you down. And of course, it came up in Mark Donegal Dad's live stream yesterday. Yeah, it was just yesterday. And he was like, you know, don't push yourself, let yourself get better. It's like, when I'm sick and I know I can't do anything, then yeah, I don't push myself. But if I'm like, yeah, I feel like crap, but I could actually stand up and do this, I'll do it. And to be honest, I'm less prone to make mistakes because I feel so crappy. I go slow and I'm extra careful. I need to be healthy, but work like I'm sick at times. So yeah, I actually did get a lot done with these platforms. And now, hey, Sir Raymond of Legs just hopped in. How are you, sir? But now the brakes have been slammed on because I've done all I can do until I can get the stuff I need to fish. First of all, I am a little unhappy, almost to the point where I'm like, maybe redesign my photographs. The platforms came out a little too light, even in the second printing. When I glued them down, I didn't think they were too light, but now that the glue is set, they're light. So I'm gonna experiment with finding a clear lacquer, but tinting it so that when I go over it, it'll have a darker
sheen, grayer sheen to it. So I've got to experiment. There's a few ways you can do it, but since these are just printed on your regular computer paper printer, you know, an inkjet printer, you got to be careful because you can, depending on what you put on, you'll make the ink run. So you got to let it dry and set, and then what I might do is put one clear coat over it to protect the ink, and then put a second level of a darker clear coat over it that won't then cause the ink to run. Yeah, the lacquer would darken it. Yes, absolutely. I want to get a tinted one so that it just darkens it up a bit more. So anyhow, that really has been it. You know, the video I put up yesterday, Joyce said it was a bad thumbnail. It didn't get a lot of views. The second one's already got as many views, I think, as the first one did. So they'll have to go back and watch the first one, I think. But now the biggest thing is I have to save up money because I've got to buy all the accessories. I got to get the right benches. I've got to get the right trash cans and all the signs. I have been tearing through. I showed it in the video yesterday, but you can see the boxes. This is half of the boxes that are just all my old platform, bus stop kits and any leftover pieces. I don't throw away anything from model kits. So there's like big boxes that are just filled with all kinds of sprues of little pieces, things I don't add, additional pieces. And then I've got just as many boxes filled with leftover housing and other buildings, you know, shopping centers and so forth. I've left over with the windows and extra gutters and fencing and all that. I hear you, Raymond. Although our newest printer, it definitely, wow, it's the cheapest we've ever been on ink. We have replaced the ink once in the 2 years we've had it, and we do a lot of printing. Yes, EFO, I do have a sample print. So yeah, I definitely will test it on other things. I'm not going to test it on what's there. If I have to, I'll live with it. If any of my tests fail, then I think a tinted lacquer will do the trick. As long as I don't over tint it where the lacquer becomes too dark, you don't see. Because that's, again, I did not want to discredit Modus Tech. Yes, their prices have more than doubled since I did the Delmenhorst station. I don't fault them that. They're an excellent system. I love how my Delmenhorst station comes out because it's textured. All the little ramp bumps and warning sections for the blind, like when you're coming up steps, they have different textured brickwork, blockwork for people with walking sticks and that. The stay back lines as well. Those are all textured, and Modestück does that. Their stuff is brilliant. I love it. I wish I could do Modus Tech on that station, but there's not the right size, and I would spend probably close to $400, $500 on their platform stuff to get it and make it look right on my Bremen platforms, because none of them are in the proper scheme. So that's where I'm at. All right, so now the last thing I want to talk about now, I was sick. My friend Jean Ricard was sick over the week, so we didn't talk to each other much because he was sick and I was sick. I know a couple of other of you guys in other live streams said you had picked up colds and flus and stuff, so you have my sympathy and empathy. Whoops, I just bumped something, so temporarily unplugged and plugged in on my computer. Touchy wire, and it's always at my feet. Anyhow, be that as it may. But I was joking around. My friend Christopher, who is Continental Christopher right now, but you know him from Christopher's hobby blog and so forth. He was experimenting. I hope you don't mind me telling your story here, Christopher. Had been experimenting with wanting to go TT scale, and he bought a kit, and the Locomotive died like within hours of setting it up and running it in, within a day at least. And he had to send it back, and he just didn't want to try it again. And I was joking with him as he was frustrated, like, you know, he's got limitations, and he's got N scale, but he's had bad luck with British N scale. And I just started teasing him, saying, come to the dark side, do Continental trains. And it was all in jokes. Well, somebody started communicating with me and sent me a picture of something and said, what do you think of this? And it's a Continental Locomotive. Somebody, obviously the name changed. Somebody is coming over. Dino, we've got another Brit that is coming to the dark side. I don't know if he's decided AC or DC, 3-rail or 2-rail. I don't know which way he's decided yet. I just, we've got somebody joining the crowd. You're going with AC 3-rail, so when it all goes wrong, I'm to blame. I got you. And I know you've already said I'm not guilty of it. You're making the call. I appreciate that. But let's face it, you know, you got to find what makes you happy. 3-rail is what makes me happy. I think, if nothing else in this train community, I share my immature kiddie joy of my 3-rail trains from Märklin and the companies that make stuff for Märklin. So with that, what are we running today? Let's go to the train view. We're having another retro day. I did this, a couple of months ago, and I couldn't decide what to run. I was sick. And I fully expect everything not to run correctly today. Just, it's the way I expect things to go, because I did not spend a lot of time checking things, running things in. I've checked, I gave everybody 1 or 2 practice loops, and oops, yep, I did leave that slip open. Oops. You know, fortunately no crash. I caught it as soon as it changed lanes. Wait, why are you doing that? In one case, the slip had just not closed all the way, and the stupid locomotive wheel just came right through and said, we're gonna open it. Do you mind? No, I do mind. Click. So let's go to the 11-lane view and see what we're running today. So we're running basically a 1970s. It's sort of a 1970s day. I don't know why. I hated the 70s. It was not a good time. The 60s had ended. America was in a, well, we won't go there. Vietnam War, disco, and God, I hate disco. I still hate disco 50 years later, and I hate disco. Drove me into thank God for British punk rock, because America was too disco crazy. And the sad thing is, some of you run your trains and play disco music in your videos, and then I go, and I have to mute it. If you ever watch television around the world, and every few years you'll see somebody going, disco's back, and you see these commercials, and the commercials disappear very quickly. That's because I, in a secret society of fellow disco haters, we intervene. Those people disappear. Anybody trying to bring back disco publicly disappears. I have a certain set of skills. Yeah, so it's 1970s train-wise today. We got 2 freights for the freight people. We got 2 steams for the steam people. And we got a whole bunch of diesel for the rest of you. And if you like electric, like me, you're SOL. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't run anything electrical. It's diesel or steam. Wow, we have both kinds, diesel and steam. Hey, Dicey, Canadian CLL is here. Hello, Canadian Locomotive Logistics. Anybody else come in that I missed? Sir Tom of Houston is here. Hello. And Sir Mark and Lady Lisa from Moneybook Junction is here. I think that's it. Okay. So anyhow, I will get these guys in motion. So I'm running an Aero 4. This is the Weinstrasse. And again, consists are not prototypical. They are fictional. I just threw what cars look together. Although, having said that, the next guy is fairly prototypical. It is that Rheingold TEE, or however you want to look at it. We got our first steamer with a BR50. He's ready to rock and roll, and I might add smoke fluid to him later in the show. And then the one guy that's been acting up a little bit in training, although right now he seems good to go. He's just been slow to get... Once he warms up for a few minutes, he seems to be fine, but he's been hitting some spots and then just stopping and seems to nudge. I think to be honest, I think his ski might be a little loose, so I'll probably check that after the live stream today. And then the last guy, we haven't seen this guy in a while. This is the one I bought in Germany in 2023. This is the ESU V220. And that is a diesel, but it actually blows smoke. I could put fluid in there and have it blow smoke. So I will get that guy in action. I just have to change my screen over here. So let's get him moving. And he's pulling another rake of those ocean blue and cream cars. And that one guy, I put him in, well, that's right, because they both have those tail lights. Just ignore that first set of end of train lights. They're different cars, but they both have that little light on. Hey, Sir Leslie, don't worry about it. And, oh, Sir Eric is here. Your Kopplupper's in the shop getting DCC'd. Yeah, Ian bought, my friend Ian from Modell Eisenbahn, he bought the Martin Air Kopplupper. The KLM is still available at Lipa. I've said, oh, I would love to get that one, and it's still available. Like, that's the one of the three I wanted, and they still have one at Lipa. It's like, should I? But now I've got other things to do, so I probably don't want to do that. And then way in the back, I've got the fictional little tiny mighty Mo, the KLVM, Kleine Locomotive von Märklin, and he is pulling 5 1970s era reefers or whatever they are, boxcars, whatever you want to call them. And these cars have never been run on this layout before. This is part of the Herb collection. It's some of the last bit of the Herb stock that has never been on air before. I'm trying to find a good speed. It just there we go. We'll do it 52 there. All right, and I am sort of on top of it today. Whoops. And we had an uncoupling. All right, that's the third time it's uncoupled. I don't know why that's uncoupling, so let me stop that train, and I'm going to just take that car off. Well, it recoupled that way, so I'm going to bring him around. I don't know if you can see it back there, but that stupid thing uncoupled. I am really getting frustrated with that. That's the second time it's uncoupled. That's the Relics couplers. And it's annoying. Anyhow, I am remembering the trains on the floor, but I want to deal with this a little obnoxious dweeb of a car that I keep adding to this train, and it doesn't want to cooperate. Oh, sure, you'll couple to that, but you won't couple. So we'll just set you here, keep you out of the way. And we'll let you go back on your merry way. So it's going to be a couple of 5-car sets instead of the 6-car set I tried to do. Oh, well, hope you don't mind. So, hey, did I see Sir? Nope. Okay. Thought I saw somebody else come in, but no. Let's go to the floor view. And hey, what do you know? We do have some electric. I've got that little London Special Olympics 2012 Javelin ready to go. And that awesome Scotrail Class 68 ready to go. Sorry, 68 ready to go. No, it cannot, EFO. I've talked to the driver and he refuses to do it. And besides, I don't think it has, the B200 has a Steuerwagen today. Speaking of which, where is he? Oh, he stopped today. I knew it. It's going to be, because I bumped him. That's why. When I came over and leaned over the table, I bumped him. Come on. Or were you talking the V220? What's everybody doing on their layout this weekend? Nothing. I did it the last couple of days. All right, time to speed up that ESU 220. Hello, Sir Eric. Welcome in. Train show tomorrow. Model train show or actual train show? I'm done with train shows for the year. I went to the one and that's it. I would like to go to a train show. There's not going to be any in Germany while I'm there. All right, why are you not moving? Dudes, come on. Like I said, it could be one of those days. I'm just looking to see if there's stuff on the track there for why it's pausing there. Hopefully it'll get a couple of laps and then it won't be an issue. Well, at least it's carrying it. It might be just an area that needs clean. Sorry about that, my friends. All right, I'm going to go to the multi-view for now. And then I'll start going through the varied views. Hello, Sir Hi. You're building an extension to your shed. Hello, Charlie. Sir Charlie from Part to Kill. Saw you had a live stream today, but I was busy, and then I went to the live stream I always go to on Fridays, Steve Childers. Ting. All right, who's messaging me? Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. The 103 is an electric locomotive. Sorry, Jean. Yeah. I plead I've been sick, Jean, and the brain is not 100% on my locomotives. You're right. The 103 is electric. You could have just typed that in chat. But yes, I'm sorry. The 103 is electric. Ugh. It's been a crazy, crazy week. Hey, Sir Carl, welcome in, welcome in. I want to thank all of you that commented on either of the videos and wished me good health. I appreciate it. But yeah, it just, uh-oh, what happened? Uh-oh. Major malfunction. I need my grabber. I'm not going to reach that. Oh, like I said, I'm hearing that dude. Where's floor view? You guys can watch those two go in circles as the one hesitates, but now I want to know why that guy changed lanes. Or started to change it. You can see his rear axle. What the heck? Sorry about that, gents. But for some reason, that silly switch or slip was partially open. Isn't that annoying as all get out? Now, why it suddenly went that he went several loops before suddenly deciding to turn off, I don't know, but grr. All right, I think we can all go back to work. Well, the last couple of weeks things have run well, so bound to have things happen. And it's always when I did run everybody 1 or 2 laps testing. I made sure all the slips were closed, but I went over there and that slip was partially opened. So, yeah, I don't know. Sorry about that. Hey, hello, Sir Dwight of Curly. How are you? Okay, so yeah, you were fine. You just got clipped when... All right, behave yourself, V200. See, now I gotta keep my eye on that. Ugh, this dude now. Come on, UK trains. You gotta show up your German counterparts. That'll do a little better. All right, let's get some regular cams going. That's kind of a nice shot. Just got a new iPhone 16 Pro. Huh. Yeah, I have issues with the various live streaming programs that you use with your phones because very few of them let you adjust your phone's orientation during the live stream. In other words, when you're holding it, like when I use Streamlab for my off-site live streams, like when I did a live stream from Miniature Wonderland in Hamburg, or I did the live stream from the Toledo Train Show, if I log into it with my camera in portrait mode, that's it. I'm stuck in portrait mode. There's no changing it. I'd have to end the stream and switch it, which I've done once. But, and now, yeah, like my daughter just got a new phone and she's been complaining about some of the things that they're like, how do you get out of this? How do you change this? You used to be able to change this and now they're making it really hard. Like, you will take the phone and use it the way we design it to be used. Enough of your personalizing it stuff. All right, it's off dialysis time. All right, well, we'll see you when you get home. You take care of yourself. I'll be down in Klein. John Benicki took off. Take care, John Benicki. We'll see you sometime soon as well. Oh, and I've got, what, 2.5 more hours to go? Oh, boy. Okay. I got this. Yeah, now I'm going to be kicking myself in the butt about that genre card. How could I not think that the 103 was deep? How did I not think it was electric? Just totally, yeah. Major brain fart there. But, you know, my brain has stopped, but it had to. It's been running fast all week. But let me see. I think I just bumped that one camera, so I'll have to go back there and look and see if oh, nope, that's in pretty good. But you can see, this is the mental problem I have. This is the silliness I have, which is, I do these platforms, I know I'm not done, but what did I do? I go and I put stuff on them. It's all temporary, nothing's tamped down or glued down. You think they should all be square? I go back to the old 480 by 480 broadcast days. Bridge deck is in position. Oh, okay. Yeah, Leslie, I'll get that too. Like, you're using this. And I'm like, no, and it's been deactivated. Or worse, anytime a phone or a tablet updates, they add games to it. Games I will never play because there's only like 2 games I ever play on my phone anyhow. Will the station get glass roofs? No, it's going to get, unfortunately, tin roof. The Bremen station is actually a rather ugly roof. In fact, I will try. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know if I'll be able to pull this off or not, but so let me see. Bear with me, friends. I'm here. I want to see if I can add this window. Yeah, here it is. Except it's not going to add it. Why are you not going to add it? Man, hang on. Let me see if this will do it. There we go. All right. All right, so here is a satellite image of the Bremen main station. And you can see all the different lines it has. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor for whatever reason doesn't show up on, oh, there it is. Okay, so you can see platform 1, platform 2, 3, platform 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11 is way down here. And you can count how many rail lines. 1, 2, 3, 1, 4 more is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, if you count the sidings that go over to that. But it's just a giant dome or, curled roof over the whole thing. Now, I know you're not getting the best view here. Really, dudes? I was hoping you'd put me up on top there, darn thing. So I'd have to start Googling some images to show you. I've actually got pictures, but it'd take me a while to find them. But yeah, it's just a big metal roof. It's got one line of glass on each side that is basically not really visible from here. And then this middle area, that's actually also metal. If you zoom in, that's not like glass there. I'm sorry, yeah, that section is glass. I'm sorry. There's glass there, but this is the only section I'm thinking of adding is right here. So anyhow, let's go back to trains, and then I'll try to catch up with comments again. Dang it, Anthony, where are you going to go? We did that one. Let's do this one. It's brighter. Hello, Lady Mara King. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, there's our CEO, Sir Tim of Dowd. Welcome in. Yeah, Raymond, I don't do anything made by Apple either. It's a personal choice. I've got personal things I don't like about using Apple at all. I know in a lot of ways some of their tech is better, but it doesn't justify their overextended price. Also, their proprietary system. They finally have been forced to join the rest of the world and change their plug and charging system. Yeah, and you know, they used to justify their expense by their quality. And I don't think their quality is that superior, if it's superior at all, because I think they're, for example, everybody brags about their cameras in their phones. And I don't see a qualitative, and my photographer daughter doesn't see a qualitative superiority in iPhone cameras versus the latest Androids or the Google one. I forget which ones a few people in her community have said is actually the best one. It was the Google phone camera, one of those. Yep, that's the car tunnel. I was hoping it'd be over. To a degree, they all are. The difference is once... But Apple takes it next level where they will not share with anything outside. Android stuff, you can get compatibility with, say, PC, Windows, and other things where Apple, nope, will only work with Apple computers, Apple phones. I got to turn this off. I don't know the best way to do it. I've got somebody... How can I turn off notifications? Why they can't just comment on a picture? Okay, back to the show. All right, let's go to another camera. Let's go down the list and hit Joyce Cam. Boom. Up 11 lane view, I should say. Where's Joyce Cam? Oh, right, it's after 11 lane. But everybody has their favorite, okay? Some people prefer Apple, some people prefer PC, some people prefer the i stuff, some people prefer Android or Google based, you know. And I have my preferences, and I don't tell everybody they should go my way. Just like I love 3-rail, but I would never tell somebody you have to go through rail. This is the way to do it. There are advantages and disadvantages to the 3-rail system. For me, the advantages way outweigh the disadvantages. I mean, to me, there are two disadvantages to my Märklin C-track system. Number one, the track in and of itself is not super realistic looking in terms of the pre-molded ballast bed. But you can paint it, ballast over it, and then no problem. But it's the expense. It's definitely a more expensive. C-track is much more expensive by the foot than your standard Piko PECO track or your Atlas track or your Bachmann track. And even K-track, the Märklin non-pre-bedded track. K-track is more expensive by length than your other standard 2-rail tracks. To me, that's the biggest thing. Yeah, there is a little bit of, you're limited. For example, now that I'm looking for a couple of American trains, if I wanted to run a modern era Amtrak train and I were running 2-rail, I would have that Amtrak train on my track already. But because I'm 3-rail, nobody makes a 3-rail version of a Phase 6 Amtrak, whether it's a Charger or the Acela or the North, I forget what it's called, one of the ones that runs through Toledo. So that's a bit of a handicap, that especially if you want to add American trains to a European 3-rail system, you're outside of a few things MTH made, you are very limited in that regard. But on the bright side, I'm spending less money. But I don't use tablets that often. I use tablets as a way of manually controlling my layout. And then I got a hand-me-down tablet from Joyce. So I've got 3 tablets now. I bought one and I never used it, and it was like 1080p, and there was something wrong with the screen. And then I got one that can do 4K resolution, which is definitely a nice one, which is right here next to me. And that's the one I use, like if I walk away from my table. OBS Studio disconnected, reconnecting. Why? Yeah, OBS lost signal for a minute. I don't know why. But it seems to be back now. Yeah. Sadly, my live stream is best for watching on a TV. You're all on your phones and tablets, but when I started live streaming, and I still do it occasionally, I'll watch these, and I watch them on TV. You know, I've got, since I'm not commenting myself, and I've got monitors as big as a TV. You know, what I'm looking at here, this camera is on a 28-inch monitor, which is so weird to think as a kid we all sat in front of a 19-inch TV. Our first TV was a black and white 19-inch back in the first TV I remember my dad buying and bringing home. He had a TV. They had TVs before that. And oh my goodness, when he got a Zenith 25-inch TV, wow, that was holy moly. And it was color. I remember that was 1970. He got a Zenith 25-inch color TV. Ooh, that was the high life now. We had a color TV. But I do run American trains, Jean Ricard. I run UK trains. I have expanded my repertoire. Dare I say, as a connoisseur, as one who enjoys food, I've expanded my palate. And that's the only time you'll actually hear me say that, because I'm a very picky eater and a very boring eater. Never invite me to your house for dinner, because odds are I probably won't like what you're fixing. Oh, hey, Sir Mark, great to have you. That steamer is, the little steamer is an unofficial one. It's a special model called KLVM, and hang on a second, I'll get the exact same thing in a different color. Okay. So My apologies that you get to see my face on camera again. But that locomotive is called a KLVM, which stands for Kleine Lokomotiven von Märklin. Little locomotives by Märklin. And somebody like Ifo, Jean Ricard, Raymond Legs might say it's kind of modeled on a certain, but it's actually not a specific model. It is just a generic, small, I always think it looks a little bit like, what is it, British pannier locomotives? What are they called? I'm probably screwing that all up. But it's just a little generic steamer, and I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them from her. Although one of them is not officially a KLVM because it's released in this blue color under the Primex name. Or Primex, I should say. But it's the exact same locomotive. And I've got it in, I've got 3 in green. I've got 3 green ones. The blue Primex one. That black one with the white striping. A black one that doesn't have the white striping on it. And then I've got this this one here in the box. And this one will never get to run on my layout unless I ran it at light speed because this one cannot be digitized. I Googled this. Märklin's website itself says you cannot digitize this. I don't know why, but they say you can't. This one and the other one in the box, that they cannot be made digital. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, that's, but that's them. All right, let me go back to trains. You're just quoting me, Jean Ricard? Are you quoting me from like 5 years ago? A man, a good man, can grow and change. Only I'll be insulting and hurt somebody's feelings. If you can't grow and change, what's the point? That would be kind of funny. I have never, and I don't think I could do it with those, consisted multiple locomotives together. You can do it, and if they're digital, it's relatively easy to do it with my Central Station 3. I've just never done it. I've never felt I was putting together a long enough train to do it. If you squint. Yeah, Carl, if you squint. If the neighbors came in, my mother would turn the color down to black and white so they wouldn't stay. I recall my mom doing that, Tom. It's funny you mentioned that. I remember my mom doing that. Put them in an industrial setting. No, I would like, I probably need to run them more, but the one was digital, but, and I think a couple of them can be converted, or did I convert? No, I think the one KLVM was a newer one and it was digital. God, I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look at my own videos. The only way Some of these locomotives are going to go around my my layout as if they're riding on a flatbed. You know, if I put them on a flatbed and run them this way, that's the only way they're going to go around my layout. And they're all metal, too. They're all metal. Oh, that reminds me. I forgot to get. There, shed a little light on that subject. Oh, I need to put up a wall right here to stop my chair from bumping things over on that side. I'll tell you what, I'm bouncing around a lot with the views. My apologies. Like I said, it's just how I am. I'll go back to this view. But there, if you look down in the bottom, I'm pointing over there and then saying bottom left-hand corner of your screen, you can see, why do I do this? I got done with those, gluing those in, setting those up. The little black squares are where I'm going to fake the stairway is going down. See, the Delmenhorst station, the stairways actually go down into the lower level. There's stairways in there, there's lights in there. I always thought I'd put like a snake camera in there so you could see people actually inside the Delmenhorst station or coming in through the doors because the doors are open. Freelance interpretation of an Austro-Hungarian. Hey, if it works for you, it works for you. We do these things not because they're easy, but because they are hard. That's true of many things, but hobby, if a hobby becomes too hard for me, then it's not a hobby and I don't want to do it. Job, yes. Something I've got to get done, plumbing, electrical, rebuilding a room, rebuilding part of the house, then I'll do it. And I expect it to be hard. I expect there to be negative surprises. With a hobby, I expect negative surprises. But if my hobby becomes so hard where I don't enjoy doing it, then it's no longer a hobby. I just wish we had that John F. Kennedy spirit in America. And he's faking a stairway to, yeah. And he's faking a stairway to Bremen. But yeah, I just was like, oh wait, where are some of my people and some of the things I could throw on it just to make it look a little bit like a station. I'm going to have to take all that stuff off when I go to put the lacquer over it. But I do this stuff. Wasted energy, if you want to call it. But is it wasted? I knew when I put them up, I'm going to have to take these things off either this weekend or next weekend when I decide to lacquer it. Blah, 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 blah. Why am I doing this? Because you're trying to make it look less like pieces of wood and more like an actual platform. Yeah, but I don't have enough of the pop machines and the ticket machines to make it look realistic. Shut up. We got enough. Let's go. You know, they look like abandoned. Out in the middle of nowhere state platforms that I'd been to. There was one in a town called Biesigheim, not Bietigheim, which is north of Stuttgart, but Biesigheim, which is somewhere southwest of Kempten. And that station, the town is like a few farmhouses, but they have like 8 or 9 track lines that come there. All these platforms that are like 90% empty, but apparently a whole bunch of trains stop there and people change directions to go on to other places. Like if you want to go down to Lindau, or you want to go over into Switzerland, or you want to go back up to Stuttgart, or you want to go down to Neuschwanstein. Apparently at Biesigheim is where all these trains stop and either change directions or passengers get off and then go again. Yeah, that's what we were just saying, Tim. And thank you. I did say that right. A pannier. Or pannier. A pannier for your thought. But yeah, it's... But that's the closest, you know, when I got them from, or saw them in the pictures from Herb, the first thing I thought was, he's got some UK pannier tanks or whatever. And then I was like, what type of locomotives are those? And he's like, oh, they're KLVMs. And he explained to me what they were, because I had never noticeably seen them before. I did not take notice of them if I had seen them in live, or I shouldn't say live streams, but on YouTube videos when I used to follow. I don't follow a tenth of the German channels I used to follow. There were so many channels I followed. Some have disappeared. So technically I think I still follow them, but they just don't put out anything more. Others, like there's one channel I loved. It's Modell Eisen von Theume. It's a guy in Bavaria. And he and his wife have trains in every room of the house. And they're always building something or adding something. He'll build Fowler kits live on air for several videos. But he did a live stream. And I would go in and chat in the live streams a bit and you know, speak German. And I asked him a couple of questions, and okay, they didn't get seen, but there's a lot of people there. And then I just remember the last time I went to one of his live streams, I laughed at something and followed up with it that some other people said, and he just got really sort of snippy at me, and like, you know, I wasn't if I wasn't going to take the hobby seriously enough, you know, and it's like, you know, it's not like you have a full proper layout. You're running it on bookshelves around your living room. You know, it's, and so I just stopped following him. I stopped watching his videos and unsubscribed. I was like, for whatever reason, he was being a little douchey to me. And, you know, I wasn't one of the in crowd. Like any live streamer, they have people they are tight with. I have friends, people that I talk to a lot offline, of course, and then they come in here and I chat at them. But I certainly don't want anybody feeling unwelcomed here. Hey, Lord Alzenhouse, welcome in, Sir Alan. Yeah, I understand that, but you know, I just think some of those collector channels that do have a lot of trains would show it, Jean. I just, you know, there are a lot of guys that are just Märklin lovers and like to show everything Märklin made, and so you would just think that, yeah, it would maybe make it into the well, it looks like the Javelin finally got its feet under it. It's not hesitating like it was. It's not slowing down there, so that's good. Ian from Netherlands, Ian just picked up a Lint Class 648, Lint 41, the Nordwestbahn, the one I've got, which was the third train or powered device I ever got. The first train I got was the ICE-3 rail car, if you want to be specific. Then I got a Class 146 locomotive, 146-2, a Trax 2 146-2 with with some Regiobahn double deckers, the Doshtos. And then I got the Nordwestbahn 648 because we always rode those. So my first three trains all followed that rule of I had to ride on it. And then the fourth train was a metronome, but not the metronome I have now. It was the early Märklin El Cheapo metronome, a Piko locomotive, Märklin locomotive, and some cheap Märklin metronome cars. And then I got the metronome set. And then that's when the rules broke. Joey's bought me a 187 Freight and some freight cars. And then I bought the Czech railjet, then the Austrian railjet, and all the gloves were off. Thought would be a good time to check over here as everybody's coming through. So yeah, I'm running kind of a early Era 4 series of trains, early to mid Era 4. Hey, Titiari, bonsoir. Oui, ça va bien, merci. Moi aussi. Everybody's on the other side, so I should probably go back here. I do like that view, especially if I can get 3 or 4 trains. Well, there we go. 4 of them, 5 of them all crossing at the same time, or meeting, as a lot of people say. But I just, you know, I love my trains, and I've always loved toys. Anybody who's been with this channel knows that for years and years and years, I've talked about it so much. I collected various types of toys, fixed them. I never did model trains. But now that I'm into trains, I appreciate all model trains. So while, yes, I have a love affair with German, but now I'm looking back on my childhood as I bond with American guys. I start thinking I'd like a couple of American trains. And if some guy comes in, and yes, I do get a few people that will write me emails or leave comments on live streams or elsewhere, which I usually just delete. But they will like, how are you running a train from the 1950s from Czechoslovakia? Or, well, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, let's start over. How are you running a train from the 1950s in Germany next to a 2010 Czechoslovakian railjet, and then you're running an Italian train on this, and you've got a British steamer running? An all German background. It's just not right. That's like, see, that's not even rivet counters when they do that. That's beyond rivet counter. Where, you know, they're just people that, if they're that way about a hobby, they're that way about their jobs, their lives, they're just that uptight. That everything has to be precise and the way it is. And we can make a joke and say that's a German mentality, but I know people from all 6 consistently inhabited continents that all related to that have that attitude. There's only one way that's right, and any other way is wrong. And to me, I don't care if you're running an American train next to a German train, and your background is Moravia on the Russian border. You know, I don't care. Hello, Simon from SJ Train World. Uh-oh. Stop messaging me during a live stream. The Märklin Glückswein? I don't know. Yeah, nothing's coming up for me, Jean Ricard. Sorry. Well, thank you, Mara. Well, that's my attitude. The Lucky Pig locomotive? You want to talk about an oddball? I know what you're talking about now. I did not know that it had an official name. Well, let me do this. Here, I've got one for you. It's the Glückslok, not the Glückswein. At least that's what they're calling it. Where are we at? Windows. Window capture. Yeah, this is an actual locomotive by Märklin. That is an actual locomotive by Märklin. First time I saw it was about 5 years ago, and I thought it was a joke. I thought somebody made it themselves. He has, yeah. Hey, hello, Lady Kara. How are you? Yeah, Kara. And if Billy's there, hello, Billy. But yeah, so that is what Jean Ricard's talking about, what everybody else is talking about. I shouldn't say everybody else, but the Lucky Pig train, that's it. That's the loco. Although I believe that's the Z-scale version. The Glücksschwein. Ah, there we go. Glücksschwein. A bacon loco. Yeah, I figured Willie was probably still at school, although probably close to his coming home time or getting out time. Pink Floyd reference. That'd be interesting if it were, but I think it would be flying if it were a Pink Floyd reference. You purposely run oddball trains to wind them up. Good. Yes, David, it would. Would it make it a tenderloin? Well, hello, Sir Jason and Sir Dave. Welcome in. No, Pig flew over Battersea and got fried and turned into bacon bits. A Gluckschwein. Yeah, it should be. And you can have fun. And some people have fun being very prototypical and very detailed in what they set up. And other people have fun throwing it on the floor and running what they can run. And I don't gauge. I enjoy learning about model trains, learning what I didn't know, learning what I still don't know. I enjoy the world. I enjoy the bond that model trains have given me. I would not know any of you. Those of you that we've met live and we felt like we got along well. Boy, were you fooled. No. We would never have met if it weren't for the world of model trains and the world of social media. Well, stop. Imagine if that ruined your day. You've had a very weak day to begin with. Yeah, that's my. And the truth is, I am not running trains from. I am not running trains from different time periods today. They're all from roughly the 60s and 70s. So it is conceivable that you would have had these trains not running in the same exact locale, but on the rails. Hey, Sir Andy. Yes, Simon, there are. And I can't turn them off. Apparently I put it on backwards and I wasn't going to worry about it. But it's, I've got these two cars from Märklin and they both have, one is a Steuerwagen, and the other one's just a regular car. But they both light up. And I forgot that one lit up. I forgot it lights up when you connect it to the other one, and I connected it. Apparently, I put it on backwards, so the red lights are working and in the wrong direction. Just consider it nothing important. These aren't the droids you want. Well, that's just it, Jason. It is running in reverse. So you can't see, the problem is you can't see it. I'm trying to think, what camera can I catch it? Hey, that works for me, EFO. Any excuse that gets... But I openly say, yeah, I forgot that it goes that way. I hadn't run it in a while. I forgot that if you connect it to that other car, the light goes on and that I have to have it turned the other way. Oops. See, if I turn it around, the light's not on. I don't have that weak a male ego. I consider and say, hey, I effed up. and also, it won't bother me. It's like, maybe it's a space alien looking out from spy holes on the train. Yeah, EFO, I actually do know that. But what I'm saying is, the real operator me, again, I'll plead sick. I did put these things up Wednesday after doing the little bit I did with the platforms, screwing them in. Because I'm like, I don't know if I'll be able to get it all done tomorrow. And so I went ahead and did what I normally do. I set up the live stream on Wednesdays. And Joyce will tell you, I sat here from 7 to about 8:30 going, I don't know what trains to run. I really don't know what trains to run. I don't know what trains to run. And then then I was like, well, I haven't run the new TEE in a while, so I'll put that one up. And I haven't run the BR50 in a little bit, and I haven't run these cars from Herb in a while. And then I haven't run that 220, and then I just said, you know what? I'm just going to do an Era 3-4 crossover. Era 4, early Era 4 to mid Era 4. Just, 1974, 1975, and that, other than the fake KLVM loco. Oh, heading for Hastings. Nice. I could swap it for one of the Weinstrasse. I really could just switch them. Although the Weinstrasse, if you look closely at it, coming around the corner, it's got an air too. I don't have enough of the proper cars to make a proper consist of either of these various ocean blue and cream cars. I've just got random cars I picked up from garage sales and from Herb, and I just try to piece them together. Oh, and from Horst, I can't forget Horst. And I will put them together, and somebody says, that car and that car don't go together. And I'm like, but they're the same color! I don't know. They're Deutsche Bahn and they're ocean blue and cream. How do they not go together? So I'm just constantly mixing and matching. And then I did buy a couple from Lipa, the ones that light up. I bought from Lipa. having no idea what I was doing. It's just like, I need a couple of those Ocean Blue and Cream. I'm still trying to tell the difference between an AMPZ and a BMPZ car. Yeah, that's the flip side. There's a pro and a con to however you do it. And again, I do not waste any money on model trains. Even though when I started and saw how expensive three-rail was, we had very, very strict rules. But now, where I used to spend, and when I started model trains 10 years ago, 9.5 years ago, I was still collecting some comic books. I was still doing my 3D wargaming, my tabletop wargaming. I was constantly remodeling the house and building the house, working on cars, for fun. And there were a lot of things my money was spread out on. I was playing sports, I was coaching sports, having to buy equipment. I was also taking money out of our income and putting it aside to pay for our exchange program, and also to buy special trips for my students because we couldn't fundraise enough money to pay for these trips. So Joyce and I would use our own money and say, all right, we're just going to take all these kids in the museum and we're paying for it. We would do that. And now all that's done. So all that money that I threw, X number of dollars here and X number of dollars there, blah, 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 it's now into trains. So now I have, and let me be clear on this, I am fully aware how damn lucky I am that I have this luxury. I can. And I can't just go buy any train at any time. But if I decide I want to get an American train and buy these Baltimore and Ohio and then get a matching locomotive, there is a process for me to do that. So I can go, clearly I've gone outside my era. Now, yeah, my kids might curse my name 10 years from now because I tapped into the money I was leaving them, my retirement buyout package that I was going to leave them. It's a little lighter because I bought Herb's collection with some of that money, but that was money that wasn't part of my income or anything else. I'm lucky I've got that retirement package, which basically has been set aside, it's invested, and that's for my kids. When Joyce and I are gone, that's my kids' inheritance, leaving my kids something. The only thing is I keep plotting them and wondering why they want me to go to the top of mountains with them or go boat riding in the middle of winter. That's the only thing I don't understand. Oh, yeah, I had a baseball card collection, and I stupidly sold that in 1983 for $500, and I thought the guy was an idiot for giving me $500 for it. Laugh on me. I had a bunch of cards that were worth $500 each. Oops. I didn't know. Well, welcome SG Bay Media 1996. Welcome to the feast hall of the Knights of the Rhomboid Table. Let's change this camera view while you're at it. Let's go to the, whoops. Let's go back to the long view because that's the one where you can see most of the trains in action from a decent thing. Okay, seems safe enough. Beep. It's an expensive hobby, but any hobby can be expensive. You're really into books. Well, there are certain books you might want, and you can spend a fortune on those books if you're into book collecting. Baseball cards can be an expensive hobby. Comic books can be an expensive hobby. If you're into fishing, hunting, those are expensive hobbies. licensing, boat rentals, you know, blah, 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 blah. It's, you spend money. And in the train hobby, we all know there are ways to go around. Let's see, let's do this. Anyhow. And now declare you knight of the rhomboid table. So, yeah, and I'm not new to the hobby anymore. I started in December of 2015, so I guess I've got 9 years in. Yeah, see, mostly pre-war. That right there is a major expense. Pre-war baseball cards. First of all, I would love to see your collection. That's awesome. I was 60s, 70s, and 80s. And I did baseball cards, football cards, hockey cards. I had 25,000 baseball cards, probably 5,000 football cards, a few hundred NBA basketball cards, including, I don't know if anybody remembers in the 70s when Topps did the ABA cards before the ABA merged with the NBA, and they made the oversized basketball cards. I had dozens and dozens of those. I never had complete sets. I just kept buying and had tons of extras. But I had like Johnny Bench rookie cards. So when he went to the Hall of Fame, that card went up in money, but I had long since sold my collection. I had Robin Yount rookie card. So it went up in value when the Brewers finally won the World Series. And then when Yount retired, it went up in value. And then, I sold most of my comic book collection. I still have all my X-Men comics, but it's all outside of a couple of things. It's all 1990 to 2000 when I kind of stopped collecting comic book cards, or stopped collecting comic books. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Richard Nixon's that look like potatoes. Easy to find. I have other hobbies, but I can't talk about them on air with the kids present. Wink, 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 wink. But like that BR50 right there. I bought that online eBay, $90. Online on eBay, $90 for that BR50. For a digital freight locomotive that smokes, and why not? Let's put some smoke in it. I'll have to wait till it comes back around, but we'll do it. Let's put some smoky smoke in it. Because when this thing smokes, it smokes. Here, BR 50, 50, 50, 50. Here, BR 50, 50. Come here, fella. That's a good boy. Who's a little good boy? Still have some in there. All right, so usually he starts smoking fairly quickly. Oops, I skipped a couple there. Oh, now he's already gone. Or did that camera freeze? Okay, this camera froze. Darn camera! Alright, let's get out that camera. Good morning, Attila. Yes, absolutely, SG Bay. It's follow what you like. Obviously, there are certain things you shouldn't have to explain to people, but like people with gambling addictions, you can be addicted to buying things. Usually that is puffing away by now. Oh. Yeah, I'll try to give it a little more, see if that helps. But, you know, Joyce and I are very disciplined. You know, all the bills get paid first. Groceries get bought. We have money set aside for the rainy days. And sometimes those rainy days turn into floods. But we've survived almost 38 years of such things together. We're going to be celebrating our 38th wedding anniversary in a couple of months. Ah, there we go. Okay. Quick. Sadly, it does not make noise. It doesn't have a sound chip in it. There you go. For those who like your Steam. Hey, Sir Randall, how are you, my friend? Yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite schemes of the 218. I like the old red, the old Deutsche Bahn Rot. I like the Verkehrs Rot. The Ocean Blau and Beige. There's so many liveries, and I've got one up here that's that half white, half black Piko Märklin AW Corpus fundraising model that has the IC, half IC livery on it. I love that one. So I don't know that I know I can't say if I have a favorite livery for them. Some trains definitely look better in certain liveries, like Class 37s in the UK. Class 37s, they can either be really cool looking or they can be really ugly. It just depends on the livery. Class 68s, doesn't matter the livery, they look nice. Class 66s sometimes depend on the livery. I don't want to put that there. Woo-hoo! There you go. If you like your steamer steaming, there you go. Now, unlike the Flying Scotsman and the Class 18 that I have with my Rheingold, it's not programmed that, it's a much older version. The Flying Scotsman and the Class 18, they chuff smoke in rhythm to the speed you're going. The only problem with the Flying Scotsman, as all my UK friends pointed out, they've got it as a, Märklin does a 4-stroke engine, and it's a 3-stroke engine. And see, Chris, this is why it's, you always preface it with, it's a beautiful hobby. See, my favorite one is the Euro Phoenix livery. The old, maybe when they were new and that blue was a little bolder or the green was a little bolder, then I would say yeah. But now when I see them in the old blues, the old BR blue, it's meh. But boy, you put that Euro Phoenix on it with the ROG back when it was, but better yet, when it said Euro Phoenix on it, I love them. I absolutely love 37s when they have that Euro Phoenix on it. And the other ROG livery, that's the various shades of gray with some like yellow and other squares and triangles in it, is kind of sharp too. They're having a heck of a time on the railway today. A truck stuck at a bridge at West Plains and a train hit a car somewhere on the Thayers. Eek. Yeah, that's not good. And when a train hits a car, it's always the car's fault. Yes, we are running steam. We got that guy's steam. He's the only steamer I've got on the track that will actually blow steam. But these Class 50s ran into the 80s. I don't know if they had removed them all from service. I don't know when Germany fully went non-steam other than, heritage line stuff. But yeah, they, oh, just missed it. Okay, so he should be here. Uh-oh, the view's going to get blocked by that 218 powering through. No, it won't be. All right, there we go. Cool. But it is going to block this view. And for some reason, this camera froze up, so unfortunately I can't go to it today. Let's see, I don't know if I can jump start it. Top dev stick. So let's do this. Hang on for me for a second, please, people. I'm going to try to jump start this camera. Okay. And now, We'll see if that brings it back in a bit. Nope. Or wait, did it? Nope. Okay. But it's been a few live streams, and we do have a couple of new people that have been chatting here. So let's do this one. Where are we at? If you want to know about my layout, here's the map. That side, which I'm actually not pointing to because this camera has me mirrored. Actually, it doesn't have me mirrored, but I don't know why. But the image. Because technically, I would be looking this way. I would be turned 90 degrees in my chair. I am facing the wrong way. So that side over there, that is my Delmenhorst side. That's the one that is based on an actual town in Germany. The table is 8 feet wide by 12.5 feet deep. This middle section, which is actually right behind the camera I'm talking to you, this middle section here, that's 2.5 feet deep by 6 feet wide. And then that side over there, which is actually over there, but according to you, it's on that side. That's my kind of hybrid Bremen. That's the area I'm working on now. It's a hybrid of Bremen and Hanover in Germany, north central Germany. And that table is 8 foot wide by 11.5 foot deep, so it's a foot shorter than that side. And then what you don't see on this is there's a high-speed train parking area, which is way over there, as well as other trains on the wall. So there's that high-speed parking area, which is off there. So the full-length run in the back, including the high-speed parking area, is 24 feet. But what you... 24? Yeah, because it's 22 feet on the main table, and then it's 2 more feet over to the parking area. But the main long run here is 3 lanes, 22 feet. And then this also kind of gives you an idea where a lot of the cameras are located. And then on the floor, because I run 3-rail, I run HO scale 3-rail trains, predominantly Central European, but I do run a UK locomotive up here. I do run an Italian train I have. And I technically have 2 American Amtrak trains that can run up here. One's a false flag. One is the German ICE 2 done as a Amtrak train, which did run in the United States in the early 90s. But that gives you an idea where everything's at. Hey, did I see Kieran is here? Hey, Kieran, hello. Yeah, I do. I have to admit, I do love steam trains that can steam as models. Absolutely. I giggle as a schoolboy at all the cool little things. That's what got me into model trains. Although there were trains that steamed when I was a kid, my dad didn't get me one. He got me a... I might have had more fun with the model train if my dad had bought me an old steamer that steamed. But he didn't, and that guy's pretty much running out of smoke, so I'm gonna turn it off now so I don't burn the smoker unit out. I'd have to refill it. Oh, you're tearing your layout apart as you listen. Oh. Hey, Clintonville. To be honest, the EFU steam units and the Märklin steam units from Zoita, those work great. It's all about the decoder you run with them. And it's also the more recent. I've got several steam trains that steam. Unfortunately, only one on the layout right now. Actually, this ESU Class 220 is steam capable. It has it built in. Yeah, most of my trains have a steam whistle. Most of the ones that have sound. The thing is, the 2 locos I'm running don't have sound in them. They're digital, but they don't have sound. Putting a sound unit in the BR50 could be done, but you'd also have to change the motor in it to a more advanced motor to handle the more advanced decoder. The decoder that's designed to fit in it is not an advanced decoder. It's a very simple motor called the Alstrom motor, which means all currents because it can work DC and AC. It's a very clever, well-designed motor, and they run forever. They don't break down. Okay, I'm sure they have, but really, as my friend Jean Ricard will tell you, the Alstrom motors are just, they're workhorses. They can pull the longest trains with ease, and they're impressive motors. But my Flying Scotsman has a steam whistle. My 2 Rheingold steamers have steam whistles. My other class 18 has a steam whistle because it has sound. Who else? Does my PR8, EFO, do you remember? I'm asking EFO. EFO, do you remember if that PR8? I don't think that has sound. So about half my steam locos have sound, the ones that I run. And the ones that have sound all have steam whistles. Oh, my BR24 smokes, but does not have sound. Who's got the best sound? The Flying Scotsman's got good sound. The one Rheingold has really good sound in it. That's got a nice steam whistle that I'll blow a lot during the live streams when I run it. You know, that nice, lovely steam whistle sound. Oh, the smoke whistle blows smoke from the steam unit. Sounds pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, Brian. Hey, Sir Brian. Right, Brian Rock and Roll fan. Welcome in. Brian, who is named Brian, is here. So I've got all 3 of my Class 18s blow smoke. My Class 24 blows smoke. The BR50 blows smoke. The Flying Scotsman blows smoke. No, it isn't. Trains are the one thing that can smoke and never get cancer from it. The cancer they get is that tin cancer, that metal cancer, Mazat. The Blue Goose doesn't. Oh, okay. All right, you're going to drop off. Computer can't cope with YouTube and mastering a vid. Okay. But as always, thank you, Leslie. Cool video today. It was cool to see the oceanside, seaside views. I love watching the trains going by the ocean and the seawalls. That is so cool. We're going to go down. I think Joyce and I are thinking we're going to stay somewhere in the Cornwall, Plymouth area. Is Plymouth considered part of Cornwall or not? I could Google it real fast. I'd rather just trust my memory. But unfortunately, Plymouth is in Devon. Okay. I didn't think it was, but it's down in that same area. But yeah, Plymouth is further up the coast. Because Cornwall is that very far end there, and Plymouth is just up the coast from it, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, Cornwall is the little... I can't tell you what we used to call it when I was a kid in geography. The little male part of England. Or the handle of England, if you want to look at it that way. So Plymouth is Devon. And in case you didn't know, Plymouth is Devon. River Tamar is the border. Okay. You like Devon sandwiches. I don't know what a Devon sandwich is, but I'd have to know what's in it before I tried it. Yeah, Kurnow and Devon are Celtic, but the Cornish people are Celtic too, aren't they? Yeah, I'm curious to see how Joyce is if and when she gets here. And Joyce, if you're still at work listening in, let's go! You're already 2 minutes late for your camera appearance. And she's yelling at me right now. She's still at work. I have not heard her come in the house. Doesn't mean she hasn't. I just didn't hear her come in. Kurnow is Cornwall. Plymouth is just outside Boston, Mass. Right. Yeah, I'm not concerned with that, Plymouth. That was New Plymouth. There's also a Plymouth in Australia, I'm sure. Devon is a sandwich meat. Yeah, but meat of what? Especially if you Australians are involved, it could be a meat of anything. It could be a lizard, it could be a monkey, it could be a kangaroo, it could be a drop bear. Devon is bologna. Then just call it a bologna sandwich. And Devon is a type of fireplace around you. Yep. It's amazing how words get used and used and used. And how we associate them. And don't forget Sunday for the HST. Yeah. Yeah, New Plymouth is in New Zealand now. Now, Raymond, Bologna is the city in Italy that gave its name to the meat. And it's also the copyrighted name by, is it Eckridge or whoever, and everybody else has to call it, well, bologna and spell it a different way. One company calls it Bologna, everybody else calls it bologna. It'd be cool. Well, we keep making plans, and then I start thinking, the only thing we know for sure is we're going to go up to, when we arrive, we're arriving in London. Well, originally we were just going to go straight from Heathrow, get on the Caledonian Sleeper, and we're going straight up to Inverness. We're going to rent one of the rooms on the Caledonian Sleeper. So that will be... That'll be fun. We're going to go up to Inverness in Scotland for a week. And while we're at Inverness, we're going to go down to Glasgow for a day just to say we've been to Glasgow. There's nothing other than some people we know in Glasgow. We're going to go to just, try to do a day trip to Glasgow. And then from Glasgow, we're going to come down to, either from Inverness or Glasgow, we're going to come down to York. We're going to stay in York for a few days. We're going to do the York Railway Museum, and anybody who wants to come and meet again, if they can get to York on that day, we're going to invite you all over. Heck, we might even pay. And then we know we want to go south. We want to hit the southwest corner, and we want to hit the southeast corner. So I want to get, somewhere. I kind of want to do Kent for a few days, and maybe while we're at Kent, we maybe go over see the White Cliffs of Dover. I wouldn't mind going to the Battlefield of Hastings, and not the one that the British Historical Trust says is the site, but the actual site, which is a little tiny town that they keep denying is where it happened, but it fits all the descriptions. The monastery that's at Hastings, the place they claim is the battlefield, does not fit any of the contemporary descriptions of where the battlefield took place, and the monastery is not accurate to the time. And a few miles east, southeast, all fits. But I would like to drive one of those coastline trains, a GWR, and go along that seawall, whether it's the Dawlish one or some of the ones that Leslie was filming. And hello, Sir Daz! Awesome to have you here. Great to have you here. Plain old bologna sandwich. That's not bad, but then you got to go to Pennsylvania, where you got the towns of Paradise and Intercourse and a couple of others all on a line there, which is quite funny, and you wonder how those old prudes back in the day allowed that. But of course, Intercourse simply meant where the highways crossed back then. They weren't thinking naughty, or were they? Some Kiwi did. Battle of Hastings, seafront, most Friday nights. Heathrow's closed, no power. Well, we got a couple of years. Hopefully they'll find the plug and plug it back in before we leave. We're not coming over to the UK. Well, we got a year. A year from now, we'll be really talking about our trip to the UK and whom are we going to meet and see. And by then, we will have finalized the places we're going to go. I am going to Kent to see if I can find lost ancestors. My family lived in Kent, the Dodge part of me, that 1/4 of me that's not German, the Dodge name part. They left Kent in the 1600s and came over to the colonies, but they did leave family behind. Yeah, Indiana, and John Benicki's already gone, but Indiana has a U.S. Route 69 in it. Those signs were always being stolen. And I had a professor from that region, and the town council was arguing about the cost to keep replacing all the Route 69 signs. And this is Bible Belt, Indiana, rural Indiana. And this is the 1970s. And this professor he had to explain to them why the signs kept getting stolen. And he says the town council, the village council, whatever it was, when he had to explain, they were so... And they started yelling at him for being vulgar. And he's like, hey, it's your kids stealing the signs. Hey, Sir Andy T is here. The fallout. A fellow from Devon won Pasty of the Year, and the fallout from the Cornish people. Ah, yes, Cornish pasty. You might be talking about the same place, roughly the same place I am. But there's actually the ruins of a Norman church, which dates back to around the time of the Battle of Hastings, and of course William the Conqueror. And that mentioned that they built a Norman monastery on the site of the battle to thank God for the victory. Instead of thanking whatever Norman soldier launched the arrow that pierced Harold's eye and killed him. Because the Normans weren't winning that battle until Harold got shot off his horse. The Saxon shield wall was holding. And while history likes to write that the Saxons were defeated by the superior cavalry tactics of the Normans, that's not what happened. The Normans were holding their own. They had just beaten a Viking invasion further north. He brilliantly marched his troops down there, but he was right in front of his men to encourage them during the shield wall. Arrow in the face. He dies, and his soldiers are like, well, I guess that's our reason for fighting, shot in the face. Yes, behind me. I've got a camera, I see the stairs, but yes, the prettier part of the show has arrived. The show that many people wait for. There's a couple of things about you people like to see. Oh, I didn't start the light. Did you go to there? Refresh it. Live. Really, I have to keep teaching this kid?
What?
I'm just saying.
No,
I'm just saying. I'll give you the mic in just a second. Oh, where is that? Where is it? There it is. Bingo. So, one microphone for you.
Ah, super.
And then...
Okay, well, let's start with hello,
Wow, do you look tired?
everybody.
You look a
See
bit
where
tired,
we're coming
dear.
in. I am. So, hi, Tom.
You've had a long week.
Hi, Clintonville. Hi, Mick. Wade. Hello, Colin. A big hello back to you, Sir Alan. Hello, Mara.
Indeed, Chris, indeed.
Hi, Tom. Hi, Kieran.
Hi, Joyce.
Hello to Willie and his family.
Hello, Willie. Yeah, he doesn't say hi to me, but he does say hi to you.
Bailey. Hi, Andrew. Dino. Hello, Attila. Hello, Carl. What?
You look haggard.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I am too. Trying to remember his name. So, no, it just, it was a kind of a crazy day. Kids weren't awful, but just trying to get them used to, acquaint them with what's going in next week. My teacher partner's been off all year. She's coming back on Monday.
Yeah, 8 weeks to go in the school year. And the teacher that's out all year, that Joyce team teaches, well, she's team teaching with the sub.
Oh, of course he would.
And now they're coming back.
Hi, Randall.
With
Hello,
8 weeks
Southern
left in the
Cross.
school year.
Looks like I need some Mountain Dew to kickstart.
Oh, God.
I don't like Mountain Dew. Oh, golly. Yeah, I'm okay. It's just been a long, tiring week. It's okay, though. It's a slow weekend. We don't have anything on plan, right?
Nope.
Oh, I do have a Sunday. We're doing
Going
kind of
lunch.
Julie's lunch.
Yeah, you're doing lunch with your sisters.
That's it, though. So I need to. I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow.
Sleep in
I
tomorrow.
want to clean a few things in the house.
Wait. What are you going to clean in the house?
The bedroom upstairs, bathroom. Needs it.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It needs ripped out. We need to do it, but
Yeah, we do.
other things cropped in the way.
I think next time you get paid, let's start getting stuff. I think just a shower is going to be best for us. If you think about it, as we get older, it's going to make more sense.
You want to walk-in shower now
Yeah, I think so.
with a seat.
Yes.
Easier for me to build.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Let's do that.
All right.
You can put a shower pan under it.
Once I start doing it, there's no change your mind. It's not like the color of the wall in the
No,
bedroom.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
But you're going with the walk-in shower. You are
Yeah.
going to miss your baths.
I can take a bath downstairs.
Except Lizzie.
It'll be okay. She will be fine after she takes her shower. She doesn't go to the bathroom that often. I'll let her know I'm taking a bath and she'll be fine. Hi, Andy. Oh, after the cardiologist. Oh my. Okay. I need to get off him too. Well, hello there, Jean. Woke you up, did we?
He was awake earlier. He just wanted to
Yeah.
he was nagging me about stuff again.
Yeah, I know it's late for you. We don't mind that at all. But if we wake you up and you're fine, that's fine.
Well, it's only 9:17 and 10:17
Yeah, okay.
because they haven't jumped ahead
Yeah,
yet.
they haven't jumped ahead yet. So, anyway, yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you. Anthony was showing the pictures. I'm like, oh, that all looks so good. So I'm looking forward to the trip.
Yes, I showed her all the things you showed me.
Yep, I thought that all looks really good. And I love that you're going to let us
He
walk.
showed me one we can't go to, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool to go to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on the other side of Denmark. We're going all the way to the top.
Yeah, no, I don't think a walk-in shower or a walk-in tub. I think we're okay. Yeah, we'll get a dumpster for it, Attila. Although at our pace we work, maybe we can just set everything aside and then take it down.
Yeah, we've got a big shower area. It's a converted. It's in the attic.
Yeah, it's a
So
converted attic.
a walk-in tub. Joyce does like her baths, but she likes a lay in and recline, not a sit up one. She wants to stay back.
Yeah.
And I've got a big soaking tub in the main
In the main
bathroom, which
bathroom
is
down
basically
here.
my daughter's one.
Yeah, it's nice and deep. So yeah, I'll just take one when I want one.
Oh, the doggy up, Chuck.
You got your first Australian passport now. Great.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, that is cool. Okay, gotcha.
I wonder if I can
We
apply
understand
for a
that.
German passport.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. But Yeah, so no, I had the kids write cards to Linda.
I could maybe get a
that out of the
Polish
way.
passport.
Why would you get a Polish passport?
I don't know. It's just an idea. I mean, Oma, where Oma was born, is now part of Poland.
I see, okay.
Of course, she left when it was still part of Germany.
Yeah, sure. There's a hot tube on the back porch. Want a hot tub? Not trying to make fun of you. I wouldn't mind a hot tub either.
Oh, we would love a hot tub. We just
we
can't put it. We have a weight limit to what we can put up in the our bedroom because
Yeah.
it's an attic that has
Right.
not been 100% reinforced, so it has a weight limit. So we can't put a big soaker tub in up there, but we can put in a tub. But a walk-in shower is easier. It'll weigh less, and it actually makes my job easier.
Oh, hello, Lee. Hi, Raymond.
So, can you guess the theme for today?
Oh, golly. Well, looks like you've got a bunch of... Is it Era 3?
Close.
Era 4?
Era 4.
It's Era 4.
Although 2 of the trains could count as also Era 3.
Yeah, you've got a lot of old guys out here today.
Yep, it's a lot of old guys. Yep.
That's fine.
I had a theme today. Well, you remember I was down here Wednesdays
Yeah.
while I was still sick, and I did
Yeah,
that. And I
right.
made the first video. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, I still got to set up my live stream, and I have no
Yeah.
idea what trains to run.
It's true.
And you weren't offering suggestions either. You're just like, oh, well, you don't have to set it up today. I'm like, nah, I need to set it up today.
I told him, meeny, meeny, miny, mo, yeah. Poor little duck. Oh, my goodness. Gotcha, after a heart attack. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta take care of
No,
yourself.
mine's just fingers don't work anymore.
Yeah, we're all getting older.
I can't type 5 words without misspelling 3 of them. Just because my fingers on the keyboards, I'm either inverting or missing or going up one. I'm gonna have to go back to typing like this.
Oh, you have a hot tub at the back? Good heavens. We would have really liked that.
Did he really, Attila, or are you just
That's
making
alone,
crap
you're
up?
just making shit up, yeah. 1,000% blockage. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, I'm glad you made it through that. Artie is very decadent, Attila.
Five jokes came to mind. I'm not going to make any of them.
You behave. Anyway, what kiss?
I am
Say,
behaving.
go ask-
I am behaving.
Go ask
just
Miss
badly.
Linda what her favorite color was, and so I asked her. She said, "It's green." I said, "Oh, look at me." Teased and called her my new bestie. We got along well. She's very...
I wear silk sleeves upon my shirt, so when I sneeze it doesn't hurt. You think it's gross, but no one knows, for my sleeves are green and it doesn't show. Green sleeves upon my shirt.
Oh, you were yelling, "Stop making a fuss. I'll walk." And they're like, "Ah, no, you're not going to walk." Okay. You're one of those, were you?
That's all done in the best possible taste.
Yep. Yeah, that's very scary.
Of course, as Cupid Stunt uses the phrase, we use the phrase sarcastically as well, or ironically as well. Do we do things in the best possible taste?
Do we do things in the best possible taste?
Yeah, do we?
I would think we do. Oh, it's an inflatable hot tub.
An inflatable hot tub. Oh God, I don't want to imagine how he heats it.
Ay, ay, ay.
It's an inflatable jacuzzi. It's self-powered bubbling. You just got to drink a lot of Fosters before you
just
get
said
in.
pains in your arm and chest. The doc's like, how are you still alive, dude? 100% blockage. Man.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, you really turned that down.
What?
It down.
Sorry.
That's all right. It's just a little weird.
I didn't know you wanted to hide your hands. Yeah, your hands are still showing, you know.
Oh, no, I was worried about that.
I'm trying to get my face out from behind that. Now, some people might prefer it be behind that, so I turn the camera.
Gotcha. Okay. We surrender.
All right, so now was today Linda's last day?
No, she's there for 2 more days because
Shadowing.
Dodd has to shadow her, but they're 2 test days, so the schedule will not be normal at all. Because
Brilliant.
we're testing in the morning and the afternoon. Mine test in the afternoon because can't.
Prisoners wear that green here.
Oh wow. Okay, so like a prisoner, huh?
Prisoner.
Buddy. All right, night, Mara. Nice you were in.
All right, Mara, thanks for stopping by and hanging out so long with us.
Yeah.
We're here every Friday.
I do steak and shake tonight.
You know, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Okay, let's do
All right,
that.
so we're doing that.
Yep. We have to run out though.
Of course, we'll have to run out. I don't know, I might have you drive though. Did you say the car needs gas?
Yes.
So,
We're stopping at gas first.
or we get gas tomorrow. And we take the, well, Liz will be behind it, so we'll take it.
Yeah.
Ah, it looks like we're pumping gas. I was going to have you drive.
Raymond, that sounds like a challenge.
Nobody has a hot tub in a bedroom? Oh.
We have a big enough bedroom. We
The only
could.
reason we don't have one in the bedroom is because we're on an attic.
Yeah. Here we go. Watch our size.
We have looked multiple ways. Could we put one in? But I would have to rip out all the subfloor that is installed in the attic to support the bedroom, and then run sister cross beams all the way across from end to end, which would require even more. It would cost me about $40,000 to make our bedroom. Actually, then it's probably more like $60,000 now to make our bedroom suitable for a hot tub. So we don't have a hot tub.
Yeah.
Trust
yeah,
me.
That would be a lot.
In fact, Joyce and I, we don't camp. Roughing It is a hotel without a hot tub.
Yep. All right, so do you have a pool pond in the basement on purpose? African cichlids.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I had 2 large tanks. Well, I shouldn't say large, but for most people, they're large. I had 2 55-gallon tanks, a 29-gallon tank, and a 10-gallon tank at one time. And I did some of the calmer cichlids, like ram cichlids and German blue ram cichlids and that.
Yeah.
I even had Johannes. I didn't get the really aggressive ones, always semi-aggressive.
Yeah.
And then the other one was schooling fish. Although we did have tiger barbs in there.
Yeah, we did. We love those
But
guys
as long
too.
as you kept the tiger barbs in a
Bob,
big enough
Bob,
school.
Bob, 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 Bob.
Yeah, 460 would hold a lot of fish.
A lot of fish, yeah.
There you go, dear. We're getting rid of the trains and we're putting in a water world down here. We'll have a jacuzzi on this end and a giant fish tank on that side that goes around the hot tub, so we feel like we're sitting on a beach somewhere or swimming in the ocean.
Actually, I'm thinking for my birthday of like a bigger tank with a stand.
And where are you going to put it?
I think in the living room, and we just move the cat food. We can just put it on the side of her living room. I think it's doable. I'd like to
Yeah,
get,
because we've had so much luck keeping the fish alive.
well, other than the problem I had last year, I kept them alive most of the time.
Your betas?
my puppies.
Holy cow, 455, 620, 220, 39. Yeah, holy crap. A 40-gallon breeder,
Well,
29.
You were serious about fish.
Did you run a fish store as well?
Yeah, I guess we should ask
Did
that.
you do this as a profession? And a partridge in a pear tree. I was going there.
Yeah.
But I had to ask a serious question. Was this a... Yeah, you sold fish. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a passion, right? I always wanted to go saltwater and never did. I always wanted a saltwater tank, and we never did it.
No, he's been told it was a lot of maintenance.
And
Yeah, you
my
breed 'em,
tanks
yeah.
did well for years. But then it just got to a point where, like,
One ate
we
the
just
other one.
one
That's
problem after another, and the schools would die off, and the schools would die off, and you'd buy a new school, and
Well,
3 weeks later they're all dead. You're checking the water all the time. You're adding all the right chemicals, and
Yeah. Yeah, and it then we got fish that were
yeah, more money and more
bred like
equipment,
crazy.
right?
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Fish are more expensive too.
2 tank heads, but one ate the other one. Had 2 snake heads, but one ate the other one.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, Jean Ricard, that would be interesting, except piranha are not like that. That is the most overrepresented stereotype of animals. Piranha aren't aggressive like that.
Yeah, they're not.
Now, if you starve them and you put them in a compact place and try to put the cat
It's a
in,
single
that's
piston
fine.
air pump.
The
Wow.
problem is to get the piranhas, enough piranhas to take out the cat. Would be pretty hard to do. Not to mention the whole point that cats don't go near water. And the only cat that does go near water would eat the piranha, and that's a tiger. Yeah, well, any animal can get like that if you don't feed them.
Yeah. Catfish.
There are no happy solutions to getting rid of the cats. Getting rid of the cats would be happy, but there's no happy solution. One where I'm happy, she's happy, and the daughter's happy. Although I wonder how long it would take if I got rid of the cats in any way that before my daughter would notice they were gone.
She know this.
Might take her a day or two.
That one.
I didn't see the cats last night. Do you know where they are? Nope. Are they in the house? Nope. What'd you do with them? Nope.
We have to go get cat food. And I'm going to call the vet and get back out of the veterinary. I think it's
You just keep adding to this trip.
Oh, we're going to do it today.
Oh, okay.
I'll just get it.
It's like, let's get dinner. Okay, but we also got to go get gas.
No, just gas.
Let's get dinner and then we'll get gas.
Right.
Ba-dum-bum. Thank you. I'm here all week. Try the deal.
Tarantulas in a fish tank. They squeeze out and surprise you while you're watching Ellen.
While you're watching Alien. Happened to me.
Alien. Oh, golly, that would be very startling.
Yes, it's got to
indeed.
be the right type of tank for them. I
Yeah.
understand. But I'm not a spider person. I don't need spiders. I have a working rule. If spiders keep themselves hidden, they're allowed to stay alive. If they reveal themselves to me, they die.
Look up.
Yeah, I know about those. Because that was the thing we were learning is the Lake Tanganyika versus the South American ones. And the Lake Tanganyika ones are very cool. No face huggers. Yes, no fakers. Hey, Monsville, when are you off?
Mansfield?
When are you off to New Zealand so that the whole world can spy on your private life? You mentioned it in your email, but I forgot.
Yeah, we'll do this. Hey y'all, if you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button.
Ooh, thank you, Daisy.
You're welcome. Wednesday. Okay. Simon's going back to New Zealand.
We're gonna have to get Lazy a holster to pack those 38s. The guns I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Not now, Miss Cockett. Just what kind of a sheriff are you? Or just what kind of a coward are you, Sheriff? The best kind, Your Honor. I keep surviving.
All right. Updates.
It's all a bunch of horse poop. Aw, shucks. I don't see. That's the thing. I don't think he did. I don't think he said "aw shucks" once in the last Christmas special. You know, he had two catchphrases. Well, he had one.
He
had
37 likes. Come on, people. Pick it up, man.
And you even daisied up for them, huh? I'll tell you.
They're a very randy type of fish. Woo, you brought me a woman.
Yeah, well, the simple, what is it that you have? The platies? What do you get?
I have guppies.
Guppies, yeah, they're constant breeders.
Yes, they are. Yeah. Yeah, I keep a beta in just so they won't keep.
Yeah, Joyce keeps a
control
beta in there, and the beta keeps giving the guppies tickets to dinner and movies.
Yeah.
And then when the beta watches the guppies go off on their date, the beta goes over and puts on a handkerchief and gets out the fork, the knife, and the Worcestershire sauce. Come on, make some more babies for me.
Yes.
Come on.
All good. Yep, otherwise you have way too many guppies. They don't seem to care how big their tank is. Unless the approval special area as requested.
We've lost you. Joyce has a type of fish, beta, also known as the Siamese fighting fish, but they are carnivores. They eat other fish. Mm-hmm. They will eat flaked food, but they will also eat the young, and guppies give live birth.
Yeah, we're talking about fish.
Yeah, we're talking fish. Guppies give live birth. And so they give birth to a lot of live babies, and the beta helps with population control.
Yep. Because guppies breed like crazy, and you can have a whole tank full of guppies if you're not careful.
Guppies breed like hillbillies at a family reunion. I'm sorry, no.
Ooh.
Whoa, oh, that was wrong. That was wrong. I just lost 5 subscribers at least with that one.
Wow. Whole heap of tiny baby huntsmen started running around the dashboard. That would be startling.
Yeah, I would be in a car accident at that point.
Yeah, Anthony would lose it. I wouldn't do that well either with that man. You know, lots of baby little ones. Like, stop the car!
I never get lost. Everybody tells
I
me
was
where to
gonna
go.
say, how are we? It's hard to follow. I don't know.
No, I never get lost.
You are random as can be. At
I am
times,
random
though,
as can
so
be.
I
That's
can
what you
kinda
liked
see
about
that.
me.
Ah, well, yeah.
Oh, yeah. At one time, 42 years later, 41 and a half.
Indeed.
We're going on, quick, how many years are we going on married? Next anniversary's number,
What's the year? 25? So 37?
all stereotypes out the window. It will be 38. We've been married 37.
Oh, that's right. I was having us married in 8.
No, Lynn was born in
I was
88.
born in 88. We got married in 87.
John, no politics, dude.
Yeah. You won't become Spider-Man. That's kind of sad. Yeah,
Well, there was
we
no
gotta
guarantee
we
they
gotta
were
behave in
radioactive.
here.
Quick, one of you bite me. See if you're
Cars
radioactive.
being fumigated right now. Oh, that's good.
Are we doing great?
Are you sure? Yeah.
We fit each other's crazy.
Yes, we do. Turn left, then turn left, then turn left, then turn left. Make aquariums great again, but it didn't take off.
Indeed.
Gotcha. Nine, says the rain.
Oh, that guy's got his light. Dude, how many cars do I have with lights on going backwards? He's got a tail light on. What's up with this?
I think I noticed that too.
Okay, he's the one that's supposed to be. I've got two different cars.
These
where the
headlights
one
are on.
It's going backwards. What's that?
I said that headlights are on.
Yeah, the second car on that one's got a headlight
that one
facing
doesn't have any
forward.
lights at all. This one has forward-facing lights, I think.
This one coming up. This one coming here. The second car has a tail light.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And now I just noticed
Was
that.
trying to make sense out of it.
I
You're going
think
the
I
other
was-
direction, man.
I
Apparently,
plead I've been sick all week.
yeah, no kidding.
I just grabbed
This
trains
rear
at
one
Drum
has
Hall.
it on.
I plead I've been sick.
2 peas in a pod, indeed. There you go, Clinton.
Yeah, oh, we knew that, Clintonville.
Yeah.
My kids and I could just sit in the living room and watch the fish play for hours. And we in the living room, we had one of the 2 big tanks. And we had the schooling fish there. And like, we'd have your standard ones. We would have the various types of tetras and that. But the kids everything had to have names. Everything had to have names. So all the tiger barbs had names, but each group of fish had the same name. And there was
Tetras
the one.
were all Bob.
The one breed of tetras were all Bob.
Oh, actually, I thought it was the tiger barbs that were all Bob.
No, it was the tetras.
Oh, okay.
The tetras were all Bob. The green barbs were Gary. And I forget what the orange barbs were.
Quakos are always Bob. Okay.
But the thing is, we always had these. They were the red-eye tetras, or the, I forget the breed they were called. But we always had big schools of them, and they would all be Bob. And fish would die, and there'd be Bob 1, Bob 2, Bob 3, Bob 4, Bob 5, Bob 6, Bob 7, Bob 8, Bob 9, Bob 10, Bob 11, Bob 12. And the kids would say, "Dad, one of the Bobs is dead," and they would argue over which one it was.
I was hanging out with the Queenlanders.
They would argue over, "It's Bob 5. No, it's Bob 4. It's Bob 2. No, it's Bob." They would argue over it, and I would say it was Bob 13, because we now have 12. So it was Bob 13 that died. If we lost another one, oh, that was Bob 12. And my kids were, are you sure? Yes, yes. And it
Definitely
took them
Bob
until they
12.
were a little bit older before they're going, Dad, how come it's always the last numbered fish that dies? And I would explain, because he's the last one in the line. When they swim, he's at the end, and that's the one the tiger barbs get. And then the kids were cool with that explanation. Oh, poor Bob. Bob 11, you're in danger.
Yeah, we had great fun with that.
And then the other funny part is that when fish died, we did something you're not supposed to do. We had what was known as burial at sea.
We're not the ones who do that.
We
And
had
now
the
they say don't put them down, though.
yes, now you're not to do it. But when I was a kid, they did it. Everybody did it. But it was a burial at sea. We flushed them. And once we had a cat, got our first cat, Sabina, we would scoop a fish out of the tank, and Sabina would be in the kitchen jumping, and she would follow us meowing all the way to the toilet. We would throw the fish in the toilet. She would hop up on the toilet seat. We would flush, and her head would just sit there and go. Willie, cover your ears. And then when the fish was gone, our cat Sabina would look at us like, you bastard. I could have eaten that. What is wrong with you? How could you flush that? I could have had a snack. It was hilarious. Burials at sea became so funny. We would all laugh because it was always repetitive.
Oh, I don't know. I think
The decay and the thing gums up the water filtration systems. Yeah, up here you are told not to do it. Plenty of people do it anyhow, but the filtration people all say don't put fish.
you just put them in a baggie and put them in the
Garbage.
garbage.
Or you feed them to the...
Cat? Don't do that to these cats. Besides, I think it would probably hurt them.
Fish die because they're sick most of the time. Don't ever feed them. Well, we very rarely did we have ick, but we did have breeds of fish that were very skittish. And, but, you know, sometimes your water heater suddenly is not working properly, and it's 10 degrees warmer than it should be, so this group of fish dies. The water isn't at this pH level. The water is a little bit too low in pH, a little too high in pH. This group of fish died. Then we had an angelfish that stayed with us for 10 years or however long.
Oh, we had a pair for a very long time.
We had a pair for 8 years, and the other one went for 13, 14 years. Love that angelfish.
Yeah.
Chocolate-covered cockroaches.
Back when he
Raymond,
decided he was done.
Raymond, get out, get out. That was just too gross to even mention. Get out. Talk trains. That's it.
Yeah, when he decided he needed to close this tank, I took the Angel and just threw it in my 10-gallon tank, and it lasted a few years. But I would always take that tank home for summer, and you know, I get the water as low as I could so that I could carry the dumb thing, and that poor fish would have to be sideways. It was so big.
Yeah.
And that was quite sad when he died.
Actually, it was a she.
Straight ice cold water for a water change? I try to do essentially room temperature water.
But again, most of our fish were tropical and needed warmer water.
Well, I think they're starting to discourage those going in the garbage or the
Well, yeah,
toilet,
they
too.
discourage you from flushing those too, or they have flushable versions. But yeah, but you know, if you ever watch a fish decay, it's It's a little different because you don't have, like, if a dog or a cat dies or a squirrel dies outside where you have 10 million bugs that all feed on it. If it dies and it hasn't been eaten by somebody in the, because we had fish that ate other fish, and there would be times where one was dead because they ate half of it and they didn't finish it. And you know, the fish would just be swimming around going, I only eat live food. It died halfway through dinner. I'm not eating anymore.
Yep, once it was dead, I wouldn't eat it then.
Wrong, tropical still get fresh rain that drops temps.
It's almost 32. Ah, okay. Huh. Yeah, apparently we need to talk to Clintonville next time we...
I don't know, if you're in the tropics, I don't even think rain is at 32 Fahrenheit.
Huh? I'm gonna challenge him. Oh, you're up to 42.
Well, we only got 32 here.
Yeah. Daisy did a good job.
But we've had a decent, well, we were at 41 when you first logged on.
Oh, okay.
41
I
people.
knew John at school and you were in the low 30s, I think.
We started with over 40. I don't know what our high was. Every now and then we'll show a peak. Somewhere in here they'll usually show a peak. Yeah. Oh, this says at one point we got up to 48.
Wow, okay.
I didn't know we ever got that high.
That is a lot. They didn't stick out for long, though, I don't think.
We rarely go 50, but we have done 50. I think the most we've ever... Did we break 60 once?
Oh, I don't know.
I might have had one where we went over 60, but usually if we're in the 50s, that's like, wow, we're in the 50s.
Did we peak
Usually
too early? Yeah, we maybe did. So...
Story of my life, peaking too early. Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
Wow, 50% water change with an ice cold water. Wow.
Oh, there you go. Give it a try.
Yeah, what the hell? I got a fish guy if I kill them all again.
I got a guy.
I might stay in business.
I got a guy too, but he doesn't deal with
I
fishes.
bought all those fish.
Well, I should say that. He'll help certain people sleep with the fishes.
I had, I got all those fish last year in March because I killed off my whole bloody tank, and they've done very well.
Honey, what'd I do wrong? My whole tank's dead.
The whole tank, yeah. They just every time I turn around and lose the fish again.
I forgot. You found out what you did. Like, you found out one case, the thermometer was up to like 100.
Oh, yeah, the thermometer was obviously malfunctioning.
You were making soup.
Hot. Yeah, I was making fish soup.
You were slow boiling
but that
soup.
was not the,
fish soup when
that
you
wasn't it. Yeah. I think the fishies will love it, huh?
Yeah, Steve Childers did koi. And koi are cold water fish.
Right. Yeah, they live outside. We have koi around here, and they live under the ice.
You never see them. They play very coy. Not even you?
Sorry, I was reading. What?
He did koi fish, and you said they live under the ice up here, and I said they're very hard to find because they're very coy.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I feel much better now.
I smiled at you, yeah.
I'm laughing in here.
Gong femurs? Gong farmers?
Yeah. Yep, that I knew. Gong firmers. Yep.
Farmers, okay.
Clean out your gong. Clean out your gong.
Is that like bring out your dead?
Right.
Okay. Okie dokie. We'll let you know. I always change the filter and clean it out the first of the month.
Because I always got told that drastic water change,
It's bad for them.
yeah,
Yeah.
water temperature change freaks them. They have little mini heart attacks and start dropping off. Yeah, I liked your little meme you shared this morning that autumn has been put on hold.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let's face it, it's early autumn down there now
Right,
already. It's
yeah,
earliest autumn, which
Yeah.
like early autumn here is what
All
we
right,
consider
Southern
the
Cross,
middle.
thanks for coming. Yeah, well, we had the same
All right.
thing. It was very warm
Take care,
earlier
Dirk.
this week. Yeah, that's right. I will get in the water.
Oh, you're going into many waters.
Indeed.
I'm tired of you being a coward. You are going
not
into the water
cowardice.
in Denmark, one way or the other.
Oh, Denmark. It sounds so cold.
I don't care, you're going in. Willingly or unwillingly. Dressed to go in the water or dressed to growl at me all the way home afterwards. You are so going in the
Yeah.
water. I'm going into every major body of water we stop off at. You're joining me. I don't care if you wade out to your knees. You're going in.
Yeah, all right. I can do that.
It is bloody cold.
Oh, yeah, we were warm last week and cooler this week and just cold next week for this time of year. And they said April's going to be warm again. The problem is we had some nice warm days and it felt so good. You're walking out there without a coat and yeah, you're back with the winter coat again.
Do something new today. Slowly start. And I'm missing all my shots. I gotta see which train first. Alright, so we can start with that one. I stop them where I can reach them.
Here. But you didn't have to reach them.
Well, the ones that I have to take off and put away.
John says you're going to be wet the whole time then, Anthony. You dunked me. Right, I'm sure they don't.
You say that like it's a problem.
Yeah, understood.
I haven't found a body of water too cold to swim in yet.
Pretty much not. Yeah.
Now, mind you, I haven't swam in the Arctic Ocean or the South Sea.
So
near the-
anyway, I still had you on. I just turned my phone. Phone just went off. So I'm gonna turn you off now.
Da-da-da-da. I can.
Oh, okay.
I've
I have to watch part 2.
I've gone in alpine lakes. I've gone swimming in.
Did you finish them?
Finish what?
The platforms.
Other than the one little section I ran out of paper for that you were
Oh,
going to bring some
okay.
paper home.
I forgot to. You needed to text me.
Yeah, I was actually going to, and I did. I
Yeah.
forgot to text you to remind you to remember to bring paper back
Yeah,
for me.
no,
It's amazing how that all works out. I tell you.
Yeah, I did forget it. Sorry.
Yeah, you'll be dealt
I
with
was a
severely
very-
later. Punishment shall be harsh.
Oh, let's
And
go to
fun.
Walmart. Let's go to Walmart and get you.
Let's go to
some.
Walmart and get some. Great, now you've added another stop.
You don't have to do it tonight. We can do it tomorrow. You can go up tomorrow morning when you wake up.
So anyhow, while we squabble over things forgotten and things needing done,
Yeah.
before we continue with that off camera, we're going to see, now look how relaxed you look.
Yeah.
See, and now we're hanging out with us trained people.
There you go. That did it.
Yeah, I've made you laugh and
I haven't relaxed
without
I
having to
relax
get.
anymore.
I
I'll
made
fall
you.
asleep.
I made you laugh without having to get naked. That's a win-win.
Behave.
What? I am
know,
behaving
why?
badly,
Yes,
misbehaving.
of course. Oh,
That's been my answer for 40 some years. Behave. I am behaving badly.
badly. It's true.
Anyhow, once again, we want to thank you all for spending part of your Friday evening
Yes.
with
a little or
us
a lot. We appreciate it.
Always appreciate it. So cool to have you. But now we got to go do that dinner thing.
Yep.
So on behalf of Daisy and Lil and
The whole gang,
right? Check out our videos. Check out our songs. Check out everything we do. Check Joyce's channel out.
Yeah.
And we're going to say...
Have a design.
Choose.
Happy trains.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, way to do that backwards, huh?
Why not?
Sean, you have an hour to go yet.